Great, friends. We have 48 friends today. Thanks to the creator that put us together today, Sunday, in our Sunday gathering. Thanks to all of you who are here making this connection greater and greater. Please call your tens. We need to reach those 100 and over. So we need more friends. Call your tens, open your cameras as much as possible. Today we have great information as usual. But first, let's hear our opening intention. John Kay, please go ahead. Opening intention.
Thanks, John. Torah and prayer. Rabbi Shimon opened and said, "It is written," and Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. "Come and see how great the power of Torah and how superior it is to everything. Anyone who engages in the Torah fears neither upper nor lower, and does not fear the evil illness in the world, because he has clung to the tree of life and learns from it each day." L'chaim, friends.
L'chaim, John. Thank you. Friends, as we know, there's no break in the path of spirituality. We come from a lot of efforts. Some friends were busy preparing the Kabir retreat that we had 1 week ago. They're still probably adjusting to the new routine, but there's no break in our path. We are already in Congress mode, and we already know that we have less than a month for the next Congress, the regional Congress. We have this big responsibility to start organizing congresses in North America. There's already a list that the Arvut Team passed. And today, as preparation for that Congress, we have two great groups. We have the New York group and the Toronto group speaking about their preparation and everything that is going on. For that, first we have Roberta from New York. She will tell us all about how they're preparing. A big hug and applause to Roberta. Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Okay, we're very excited. Thank you. And it is a big responsibility. So we're very excited to have a full Congress in New York. We're expecting 40 to 50 friends to join us, which is really amazing. We may even get more. I won't just be Brooklyn friends and Queens friends. We also have friends coming from Chicago, Boston, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, which is the surrounding area kind of. And we also have new friends coming from CABU and MAC students. We'll be doing all 3 days of the Congress. It's important that we're going to be completely live with Israel. So we've been working with the schedule, and we came up with something that works, that we will be completely live. This means that our schedule will run from 12 a.m. to 12:30 in the afternoon. We wanted to make sure we don't miss a single moment of the Congress with the World Kli. So this gives us a good rhythm, staying up at night, together with everybody, with the lessons, the meals, and all the events, and having time, to rest throughout the whole day. One of the really special things is how many friends are stepping up for the roles for the Congress, which really makes the Congress happen. We have friends working on these different teams I'll tell you about. We have our music team, which is so important, our tech and sound team, so we could ask questions visually. Everything is set up perfect with usually 2 screens. Meal content team. This is for local meals that have friends that are staying at the hotel. We're going to have meals in the evening for them. It's also continuously, we'll have the same right intention at these meals, that friends that are attending those. Of course, registration and coffee and tea station to keep the friends up. Lots of coffee. We also have friends helping out in transportation and accommodations. So we're making sure everybody has a ride from either the airport, the train station, however they're going to get there, we will help them get to us. Also, we have accommodations. We have friends that maybe want to share hotel rooms. So we have friends working on that team to buddy system to save some money, so it's more affordable. Every role is bigger, whether big or small. It's so important for serving the friends, and there's always room for more help. So if you're coming, reach out to me or somebody in New York, and we'll get you on a team. Also, we want to share something very special, which we're proud of. I left the best for last, kind of. New York was asked to host the lesson preparation for the whole World CLE. It's going to be the last day of the Congress for us on Saturday between 7 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. So that's a big honor and responsibility considering it's, preparation for the lesson. So we'll be hosting it from New York Congress. And lastly, so if you're thinking about maybe coming and teetering or should I or shouldn't I, you're more than welcome. Our heart and arms are open to bring you. We have room for everybody, and it's going to be an unforgettable Congress. So I hope to see you guys there. If not, we're together always. You know that. Thank you. That's from New York.
Thank you, Roberta. Big applause to Roberta and all the friends in New York preparing for this local gathering and these congresses. It's amazing, friends. We have in North America, just in North America, probably 8 locations: Los Angeles, San Francisco, Salt Lake, Florida, Carolinas, New York, and in Canada, there's 2 locations, Toronto and Vancouver. And for that, we have a great friend from Toronto. Clarence will tell us all about what is going on in Toronto. Go ahead, please, great friend Clarence.
Morning, family. It's a privilege to be with you this morning. It's always a joy to be able to talk to such a illustrious, wonderful group. Briefly in Toronto right now, actually the Congress has already started. We've been having gatherings and preparing how to we're going to be working throughout the Congress. The venue is fixed. We have that taken care of right now. Parking has also been taken care of because we're going to be in sync with Israel. So the same timetable, so we're not going to miss, as Roberta just said, we don't want to miss anything. We want to make sure we get the full power from the Congress. The meals and food has been taken care of by wonderful women. It's truly surprising how much food we go through during the Congress. I'm always amazed. It makes me laugh. You just keep, particularly with the big Congresses. This one won't be quite as much, but I'm sure it will be well received. We have more than 20 people registered for our Congress so far. We have friends coming from the USA. We're going to have students, Mac students, CABU students, friends coming down from Ottawa and Montreal. So we're excited. The lineup for our free time hasn't been fixed yet. We're thinking of putting together some clips that we can share with the World CLE. We do have some very talented musicians in Toronto, so we're going to be thinking of putting some of that together as well, which we can share also with the World CLE. Friends, this society is so very special, and we shouldn't take it for granted. We have to nourish it and cherish it. And I'm so happy to be part of this amazing thing, society. Right now we can see that the world has forgotten, the fundamental and golden rule, which is love your friend as yourself. It sounds very simple, but in reality, if the world lived by that rule, everything would be totally different. The Creator has given us in BB all the tools that we need for our refinement, so that we can pull down the light and hold it down and radiate it for all of humanity. Our Creator, our King, is a force for love. So we have to unite during this upcoming Congress. It's called the Prayer Congress, and the reason behind that is because the world is delicately balanced right now. And if we don't do what we have to do, it's going to be total chaos. We're doomed. Our beloved, dear, wonderful Rab has done his part. He's given us everything that we need. So now the rest is up to us and to do our part. And with the Creator's help, we can bring about a change and help all of humanity. So this Congress is special, it's beautiful, it's timely. And with this, we can help all of humanity. We have to, friends, because we're the head. We're that head that the Creator's created, that chosen ones. He's picked up all of us in this society with a tweezer. And we're here together for one reason, all of humanity, and to give him contentment. We're the ones going to do it. Nobody else will. So friends, this common Congress, utilize it. L'chaim Bnei Baruch. L'chaim, brothers. Love you guys. Love you.
L'chaim. Thank you, Clarence. And thanks to all the friends in Toronto organizing this. There's a lot of friends already working, men and women. This is great. This society doesn't stop to amaze us with the force of connection among friends. And we hope to hear more from all those 8 locations. We will have through in the following weeks friends from probably Los Angeles, San Francisco, Salt Lake, Florida. Um, this is something we need to know because we are already in Congress mode. And for that, we have the great Arvut Team. On behalf of that Arvut Team, there's 2 giant friends, Gil Kerem and Hein Ratz. They will tell us all about all the local congresses in the world. Probably there's, as I understand, 50 locations plus around the world. We say every time this is a special Congress, but for sure, friends, this is going to be something that probably we never saw before because we're mirroring everything that is happening in Israel. As Clarence and Roberta already told us, there's friends working in the kitchen, in music, in content, in social activities. We're doing everything, mirroring everything that they're doing in Israel all around the world in 50 locations. So for that, please, Gil Kerem, Hein Ratz, on behalf of the Arvut Team, go ahead with your update. Thank you, friends.
Hello, friends. What wonderful it is to see all of you. It's so great. Yeah, we're really excited. It is the inauguration. It's the kickoff meeting of our local communities. I got to tell you, it's a project that was first conceived in 2001, I think, when we were just starting the English-speaking CLE. We had very few students. They were scattered all over the place, as they still are. Now we have a few more students, not far from enough, but a few more. And finally, 24 years later, it's taken shape. And it's taken shape at the best timing because it's happening alongside a very special Congress, which is a local communities Congress, which is also a first ever. So the two are kind of linked and intertwined, and we're going to talk about both, actually, because some of the questions relate to both, and the congresses are a way to kick off the local communities. And, it's Bnei Baruch, so everything is mixed together. And also there were many questions that came up in the recent weeks regarding the Congress and regarding the work in the 10. So we are here to try to solve all of those questions, to answer them. After we're done explaining, basically you'll be in a different situation. You will be in a community, and you will know where your Congress is. And if you still have questions, you'll be able to ask them here or send them to the Arvut Team, and we'll answer them during the week. Okay, so first, about the Congress. Now, about the Congress, there were many questions because on the one hand, Rav put a very strong emphasis on the 10. The Congress is in the fixed 10s. So what does that mean? Do we stay home and just stay virtually with our 10? Or do we all fly out somewhere at, I don't know, whatever expense and meet somewhere? Or how do we go about it? So first of all, no, we don't stay home. Okay?
If we have the opportunity.
If we have the opportunity not to stay home. Okay? Everyone has the opportunity not to stay home. Moreover, even if you're the only one who is going to a physical Congress, it's better to go to a physical Congress and be the only one from your 10 there and be connected via Zoom or however you want, WhatsApp, however you want, to your 10 virtually. Why is that? Because otherwise you stay home and you have your family around you, you have your house chores and all kinds of troubles and, worldly stuff that keeps, interfering. And it becomes a disturbance. Whereas if you go, you're disconnected from this world for 3 days. You're surrounded by people who are all immersed in the Congress. We're all in the same atmosphere. So what if they're from a different 10? And you're able to be with your 10 and with nothing else in mind. Okay? So it's very important that even if you're the only one, ideally you're not, yes? But even if you're the only one from your 10 who is going, it's better to go than to stay home and just have to do, to be at the Congress alongside being in your day-to-day weekend chores and problems and family and kids and whatnot, the demands of regular life. And by the way, what I'm saying, basically, I'm just quoting points that Michael Sanilevich, okay, the CEO of Bnei Baruch, asked to have just this weekend. And he summarized it for all the heads of languages. So I simply took down the points, and what I'm reading to you is what he said. Okay? So these are the points that he gave. So that's number 2. Number 3, besides the spiritual purpose of the Congress, a Congress as such also has an organizational purpose. Okay? The 10s have solely a spiritual purpose. The work in the 10, that's how we're supposed to achieve spirituality. But a Congress also, always, by the way, always, even in Petach Tikva, has organizational purposes. What does that mean? Just imagine that as a 10, you tried to be together, but you didn't have the whole environment that you're using to connect as a 10. The Arvut system, the congresses, whether local or regional or global, the teachers, the lessons, the study materials, everything that we have, all the teams that set up and prepare and answer questions and work out problems, all those things have to do with organization. And it's critically important that we strengthen not only our 10s, but the organization as a whole. And congresses have that purpose. Specifically, in this local community congress, there's even a future purpose to it. Until COVID, we were all hooked up in 10s by locality. It was obvious that if I were from New York, my 10 was from New York. If I were from Florida, it was a Florida 10. Florida 1, 2, 3, N. Okay? Since then, we've become virtual and 10s have been created that are dispersed and spread out all over the place. That is changing now. The policy is that new 10s will be created geographically, according to geographical proximity. Okay? So that new 10s that will come out of CABU and MAC and the global course, whatever, will be arranged according to their localities. Now, in order to create them, they need some place where they can be created, where they can be nurtured, where they can meet, where they have a place, an environment, an organizational environment that supports their existence. Who will create that environment? We, the veterans. It is our responsibility toward our own future as students, as Bnei Baruch students, to facilitate an environment where the tens can grow in the ideal environment. And the ideal environment is not virtual, but physical. Okay, because that's an integral part of our being. Okay, so an ideal 10 is one that works the way Rav instructs us and meets physically. Granted, at present, it's very unlikely that 10s will be able to meet daily like they used to. Okay, but at least on a weekly basis, at least, if not more, they should be able to do so. Otherwise, there's just no work in the 10 on the physical aspect. And that part is missing. And Rav keeps stressing it. And in order to enable all the friends overseas to experience that aspect too and advance the way Rav wants us to advance, we need to be able to allow friends to be in tens where they can meet physically, at least for Yeshivat Chaverim once a week. All right? So the purpose of the present organization, Congress, is also to set up a foundation for local communities that will be the basis, that they'll be the strata, okay, on which local tens will be built based on geographical location. And last point is, all of that said, should a 10 decide that they all want to stay virtual no matter what, we must not interfere with that decision. There are several options. A 10 may decide to stay all virtual. A 10 may decide that they're going to let everyone do whatever they want. Okay? It's important to stay connected online, on Zoom and things like that, but each friend can travel or not travel, whatever. Or some friends may want to travel because of different locations. Some friends may want to travel, for example, to Los Angeles and some to New York, right? The two ends. Fine. If it's their decision, it's their decision. No one intervenes with that. Okay? So that was my last point. This is what Michael Sanilevich said. And I think it basically solves all of our problems, okay? We meet physically. That's the number one preference. If I can't meet with friends in my 10, I go and meet with other friends from other 10s, and I am with my 10 virtually. That's it. Afterwards, we'll leave time for questions. We'll try to leave time for questions. And if there are more questions that are not solved, please write to the Arvut Team. Gil.
Well, now to realize that, to materialize that, to have a Congress in the local community, and in general, to strengthen our local community, we launched this project. As Chaim said, its roots are in 2001, but now we are bringing it to fruition. Some plans take 2 years to give fruit, some plants 5 years, some plants 24 years, but it happens. And it's something that happens around the world now, in the BB world, especially since the May Congress, okay? People in all regions are building up their local community. And what we have beautiful in North America, that already we see regions that didn't gather so far and now are gathering. So it's an extra bonus that we get. Now, specifically regarding the project, we sent an enrollment form to anyone who wants to connect with students in their region. Anyone means all the CABU students from graduate level and up, MAC students in America, veteran, English-speaking students, Spanish, everyone. And the idea is really to connect anyone that's studying BB, active students that wants to belong to a local community of students, to give them that option, okay? We have over 200 people enrolled, and we draw the map as close as we can to what we call a local community. Sometimes it includes a broader community where there are vast distances, and for people still to belong to a certain region.
Beth, can we see the map?
Yeah, so let's ask Beth to share the map with us, the map of the regions as we draw, following the survey, the form that we sent, okay? So we took all the data and we created a map that roughly show us where there are concentration of friends. Can we share the map?
I'm waiting for permission to share.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, you can share, Beth, no problem.
No, I can't.
No?
I'm asked to
Let me
it's gonna
see.
stop somebody's computer sound share.
Yeah, I think, let me see, probably.
I can do it. I can do
Yeah,
it
yeah,
now. It was
now.
stopping me before, but here we
Okay,
go.
great.
Yeah,
we
now
go.
you can
Beautiful.
go.
Excellent. Thank you, friends. So, Beth, if we can just enlarge it. So we see now all of North America, and now we're going to enlarge a bit, just zoom in and whiz through the different areas, just a bit to see, to be impressed. So as you can see, we try and group people according to their area. For example, if we could just hold it there for a second, Beth, please. So, for example, Chicago, we see Chicago, there are quite a few friends, but there are other friends all around the big lakes, which we group them.
Chicago is a broad term,
Yeah.
kind of.
Same with Orlando. We have the Orlando, Miami. We see a beautiful group shaping up there. But there will be a hub for friends who maybe will connect with them once in 2 months, 3 months. And some people that live really close could connect every week. So it depends. In the Carolinas, we see around Mid-US, Cleveland area, Pittsburgh, also quite bigger distances. So we try where there are close distances, having a more tighter community where there's a bigger distances still to accommodate the friends. The majority of friends live within quite a stable community, what we call. And so for each such area, we created a WhatsApp group, okay? And we assigned a coordinator, all right? And these friends, those coordinators, after our meeting, will send you an invitation to your WhatsApp group, to your local WhatsApp group. So if you're in the Vancouver area, someone from Vancouver will send you an invitation. Now you need to click on the link to be able to join the Vancouver community chat, okay? Or if you are around Portland, same, there'll be someone there who will host the activity of that group, and then the group work, the local community work between them. So again, we, for every such grouping, we created a WhatsApp, okay, chat, and there is a coordinator, someone we nominated from the area, and they will add you to this WhatsApp group. Where there are existing chats, like in Miami, in New York, San Francisco, LA, Toronto, then we use the existing chats. People will just invite you to the existing chats. It's not a new one. So you may already be in it, okay? In the local, if Irina is from Toronto and there's already a Toronto chat, she already in the chat, she won't get a link to join, okay? Or Clarence or any veteran friends from Toronto. And the goal is that from here on, you guys would have your first Zoom meeting to coordinate the work between you, decide when and how you want to meet, okay? And the work is in your hands. And we are here to support you, to answer all your questions. If there are any directives from BB, to pass it on through the coordinators to everyone, to all the local groups. And we want to give a special thank you here to Beth, who took that vision and put it in practice, made it all happening. So big lechaim, Beth. It's still in the work, but even to get where we are, it took a lot of work and dedication. So really amazing work by Beth and the team that supports her. Now, if we will place here in the chat the enrollment form, okay? So if anyone hasn't, in your area that you know, hasn't enrolled, you're welcome to send them the form and invite them, as long as they already passed graduates of the CABU environment, okay?
Or Mac.
Or MAC. There is a MAC group for all the MAC students in North and South America. We also published it there, but if you're MAC students and you know you have buddies who haven't enrolled, you're welcome to send it to them, or CABU, other students, etc. So maybe I'll just place the lid. Jaime, you can. So I'll put here in the chat the link to that enrollment form. Anyone who wants to join, please send them that form.
Now, in case you're wondering how you're going to go about it, we thought about that. We're not going to just, tell you, just go ahead and just leave you at that. For veteran communities, it's not a problem, but for new communities who probably don't know exactly what to do and everything, we've already set up template lineups for the first meeting, or for the first Zoom meeting, for the initiation meeting, for the first physical meetings. All of that, we already have templates, and what we don't have, we will have soon, okay? So if you feel you need any of that, we will provide it. Just write to the Arvut team, or to Gil, or to me, or to Beth, and we will provide it, okay? You don't need to invent anything to do things that, you have no idea how to go about it. Any kind of help you need at all, whether content-wise or technical, just come to us and we will help.
Also, in each chat, you will have the community guidelines, okay? But just to summarize the community guidelines in one sentence, once when we had groups, there were always the people asking Rav about the takanon, right? The covenant of the group. And there are always people pulling more to the right, more to the left. And Rav answered once, the only takanon, right? The only law you need to have in your group is love thy friend as thyself. From there, everything should stem. So if we follow that law, we should be fine. We have some basic guidelines. Obviously, the idea is to work in collaboration between us and make it happen and help it grow.
Yeah, I think the guidelines will also kind of bring you into the atmosphere that the community is meant to create. I think we have some questions. Maybe we can take some.
Yes, please.
Grisha was first.
Grisha.
Hello, friends. We know that not everyone will be able to participate physically. We'll have quite a few friends who will participate virtually. And two questions around that after all the clarifications with Rav. Is it initial recommendation for virtual friends to gather not in the 10th room, but go to the general room, English 1, 2, 3, instead of having 3, 4, 5 friends to be like with 15, 17 friends for more impressions? Is it still valid? And the second question is, if it's still valid, like we know that we'll have friends in those general rooms, not from many tents. It could be 5, 6, whatever, friends, tents in this general room for virtual friends. So how would they participate, in the workshops? So they it was go to the Zoom.
Okay, we're kind of short of time, but the questions are clear. So first of all, yes to the first question, absolutely. Go to the general rooms.
English 1, English 2, or women English 1 and 2.
Exactly, okay? Because the more the merrier. So you want to have people around you to create a good environment. Now, how to connect? Most of the time, you are surrounded by people just as if you are surrounded by people in a physical congress. They give you the environment. You're not workshopping the whole time, right? When there's a workshop, you connect via Zoom to your 10 in the workshop.
Or the Galaxy system, whatever.
Yeah,
The Galaxy is already in the English
Yeah,
one.
okay.
So he'll connect through Zoom. And what you're staying, just like you're staying in the same physical location, you're staying in the same room in the Galaxy. Okay?
Also, look, maybe in some times, very few, at certain hours of the day, very few friends would be able to connect. So then go to the English one room, of course, or English two. And if you
my
have
question-
the majority of the 10 present, great, work among you. But if not, then you go there.
My second question is exactly about the workshop. Let's imagine that we have 15 friends and then they connect to Zoom to your 10, where they could be like 3 or 4 friends. So instead of having like very impressive workshop with 15 friends, they'll go and have workshop with 3
Yes.
friends.
But like we said, the Congress is intense. So it was a specific directive from WAV. You connect with your 10. In the workshops, you connect with your 10. Okay, even if it's a smaller group, and you could be workshopping with 15 friends around you, still you connect with your 10. Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to operate the Arvut system. I'll
You've got
open
too
the
many
rooms
hats
for
on.
you. Chaim will continue.
Too many hats. Okay. Who do we have next? Becker.
What's up, big dog? It's real simple. So we have people coming from CobU, from Mock. We have all these different groups. We're only going to have maybe 4, maybe 5 of the Florida 10 in Florida. The rest will be connecting through Zoom. So as a part of the content team, we've already put the content together, but the issue I discovered is, okay, when it comes time to do a workshop, what? Do I tell everybody go to your own corner and connect to your 10? How do you do that?
You'll need to work it. Are you doing a hybrid schedule, or are you watching it live?
We're going to watch it live. And what we did our content for is a Yeshivat Havarim that we're going to do, and of course for meals. So we have some readings of excerpts and the intermissions where we'll have games and we'll have all kinds of different things happening through that.
Okay. Well, some of the congresses will watch it live and some of them will watch it hybrid. So at some point, friends from other 10s, like people who come over to your Congress, but who are from other 10s, their 10s will be, because they'll be from a hybrid schedule, they won't be able to connect to them. Okay. So you'll need to see on the premises what's going on. If they're able to connect to their 10s, then the Florida 10 connects with the Florida 10, with the 5 of them, and the rest of the friends connect either among themselves or with their respective 10s. Okay? Depending on the situation, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen in every other Congress. Okay?
Cool beans. Thank you.
All right. Great. John.
Yeah, thank you, Chaim. You mentioned about tens being arranged regionally. So I just got back from the CobU retreat, and I met 2 friends there that are in the South Carolina area. So my question is like one friend expressed a huge desire to start to be more integrated into the lesson with Rob. So my question is how if tens are currently being built in a CobU environment where they all stay together virtually, how will that like transpose over into the physical world where maybe these 10s are together now, but now they want to integrate more into the general CLE? How do you foresee that actually occurring? Because it's an issue, because these CobU students live right in the area, right around me.
Are they grads already?
Yes.
Great. So they have their tens already.
Exactly. But they're here also too. So the foundation of a community could actually start to be built here because we're with one lives next town over from me, very close.
Right. So this is it's a good point and it's a sensitive point. That's why I was talking about future tens. The tens that have been built are built, and we're not going to enforce any breakdowns of tens, you know, and start redividing them by, you know, geography and things like that. That said, given the trend, people might opt for that. And if they do, we will have to consider it. Right now, I cannot answer you because we did not receive any directive from the management, and we hardly even discussed it, but it's clear that this is the trend. Okay, how we're going to go about it is still unclear. It's kind of being built as we speak. So we'll see, but you're right, it's a question and I don't have a clear answer for now. One more question and then we have to finish, I think. Irina?
Sean will ask a question now.
Yeah, I think Irina. Okay, there's a question from Toronto. Friends from Toronto are asking, we know that we will have 3 slots of 1 hour for social time. So what will be, or where can we get ideas on how to fill this time, this social time in the local gatherings? Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Irina. We will send you guys template lineups for various activities for social times. These lineups already exist in Russian right now. I'm not sure they've been translated into Hebrew or English, but I will make sure it happens, okay? I spoke to Boris, he knows about it. Boris, by the way, is the head of the heads of languages, okay? We have many heads. So where was I? Yeah, template lineups. So we will have those lineups to you. Boris just went for a holiday for a week. I'll be in touch with him, but definitely within a week, which is plenty of time before the Congress, you will have those lineups, and they are template lineups for you to use for whatever activity there is, okay? Social time, yeshivat chaverim, whatever. If you want to do something else, no problem. Put together a lineup, send it to us. We'll go over it quickly and get back to you. All right? Guys, it's 6:28. There's the Yeshivat Chaverim today. I really have to finish. More questions to the Arvut team, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Haim. Thanks to Gil, who is VC as well. And thanks to all of you, friends. Thanks to your tens. We are in Congress mode. This is just so exciting. So for that, remember, friends, we will have a Yeshiva Haverim in the Arvut system right at 11:30 in 2 minutes. So please connect. And for that, please, Ella, send us off with a song. Thank you, friends.
So we march on together and soon we'll discover our soul. Let it all out, leave all your cares and begin to dissolve.
Lahaim, friends. Thank you very
Bye,
much.
guys.